Hey friends, Acquisitive Margot here, and we are back with Chapter 3 of Dysfunctional Systems, Learning to Manage Chaos. We are still at the bar, and we're talking to this guy, David, and we were trying to do our job, but somehow just got caught up in Winter's emotional spiral downwards, trying to figure out her life. So there's that. No, this is really messed up. I'm so messed up. Hey, don't get like that. I'm sorry I brought it up. Can I get you something to drink? I turned back to glance at David, my nose tip brushing against cloth and sending a tingle across my face. I like how... I do appreciate all the descriptiveness. I just hope I get to actually interacting with the game soon. Seeing him, I remember again, I'm in another world. As if I didn't have enough worries back home, now I have a whole new world to worry about here. Another world which I had never heard of, but I'm supposed to believe is real? Just because things are here right in front of my eyes? Okay. No, I guess there can be illusions, but... So much strange stuff has happened to me that maybe I could just be dreaming. Is this man even real? Is he really here? Maybe he isn't. I've read that there are illusions. Yes, exactly. Would I prefer an illusion? Would I prefer this to be a dream? Maybe some sort of virtual reality. This whole idea is so ridiculous. What's worst of all? I find myself rather on the fence about his offer for a second drink. It would not be bad, actually, to forget who I am for a little while, perhaps longer. It would be natural. So you're a depressed drunk, I guess. Oh my goodness. You're just a sad little child. No, it would be dangerous. I force the darker notions aside, steady the course. I draw my head back into the nest of my arms, hair curling over fingers. And I bring myself up, countenance solemn. No, I think I've had enough. Suit yourself. I will. I look at David. Alright, what's next again? I need to figure out the root of the problem. I guess all of that was just figuring out Winter and who we're playing as, I suppose. I don't know. It usually has something to do with the troubles of the people, right? I'll just be forward then. Has anything been troubling you lately? Nothing more than usual, I suppose. I'm just here to commemorate the occasion. That wage hike takes a major load off. Although it's really too bad that we're still under Gabria's boot. You know, I bet they let the bill pass just to avoid revolt. They don't give a shit about us. Gabria. That's not this country, is it? Wasn't it, the mother country, correct? Yes, it was. We read that. We read that so we know. I think that Brighton should be a colony of theirs anymore. Shouldn't be. Yes, shouldn't. It was labeled as independent in the dossier. I need to know more. How might I ask properly? What about the president? He seems to be working for us. He does, right? You know it doesn't matter. He's just a figurehead. He can't do anything without Gabria's approval. Couldn't even raise a military to defend against Ferdia without them kicking up a fuss. Hell, it took 6 months before they let him train a single soldier. I'll give him some credit though, they quit crying about it and have been funding us rightly ever since. Probably realized that if Ferdia took us over then they'd lose their workhorse. Ferdia is... a third country, sharing a border with Brighton. Oh my god, that's how big it is? That is huge. Oh, and we are so small. Oh dear. Oh, this is Brighton. Oh, that's terrifying. What was I read about them last night? Excuse me. Don't we have a truce with them or something? It has been around for a while. Yeah, but it's hardly there. Ferdia's never been too afraid to stir up a war or two over some real estate, over some insult to their forefathers, whatever excuse. Our truce with them is just a piece of paper. If they don't want to, if they wanted to, they'd take us down in a heartbeat. Or they would have, at least, until we got an army to secure our border. How big is your army, though? I feel like their army could squish yours. Never know, though. Wow, this guy talks a lot. It's wonderful, I hardly have to say a word. Or at least, I would if he didn't seem to want me to respond now. I put on a bit of an angry expression for a second, but then reconsider. Maybe a sad expression would be better? What's my character anyway? Am I being myself here? Wait, no. None of that matters, just answer. That's terrible. Okay, I need another question. Maybe I should let some of my ignorance show. Why is it like this, anyway? You don't know? Hell, I'm not surprised. You seem surprised. I only sounded surprised because your expression was surprised. They practically skip over that in schools. Give it a paragraph, maybe. Sure, they'll tell you Brighton used to be a Gabrian colony. Gabrian, I don't care. Now we gained our independence 120 years ago. They just never mention the costs of that freedom. Economic sanctions, crazy ones. I mean, they weren't always crazy. Back then, minimum wage could feed you and more. The sanctions haven't changed, though. Haven't adjusted with the dollar's value of living and cost of living. We screwed up. Got lulled into this false sense of liberty. Got so caught up in the things we could do, we forgot what we can't. Thanks to inflation, these sanctions are making us so poor that they're killing us. I mean, literally killing us. Not a great thing to bring up when there's something to celebrate, but I don't even think they're tracking just how many have died trying to live. I know I've definitely lost count. Then, is this the root? I mean, it sure does suck that all these people are poor. Really. Though, honestly, they've been this way for so long, they should be used to it. What is poor exactly? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this chick. Okay. Granted, I assume she's from Earth, just because that seems to be the go-to planet, but I mean, I guess she could be from a different planet. But still, damn. The television was harping on it earlier, and David was harping on it just now, so I figure it must be important, but you know, it's nonsense to even consider this seriously. I don't understand any of this. The obsession over the economy, the excitement over higher wages, none of it makes sense. Poor is not having enough for a snack. Money is a trivial thing. Okay, so say that it's not a problem in her world, and she's just now discovering new planets, and she's just now getting into this. She shadowed one person for 3 days? So I just feel like she shouldn't be this ignorant. I don't know. It just bothers me. I just need to start thinking in the mentality that maybe money just is such a trivial thing from her world. I don't know. Anyways. Another thing is that this is not even a major society of the world. That being the case, how come we're dealing with it at all? Yeah, it is pretty small, but I mean... And Cyrus! What was he thinking dragging me here? He probably only wanted a drink. What can I learn about the whole world from just one person? Not much. Well, we've learned a lot, actually. We've learned about other countries. Ah, this is stupid. Stupid. Ugh. There must be something else. If it's so terrible here, how come... I wonder how it is in Gabria. Complete luxury. They live like kings. Even their bums live better than us. Whoa. That is filthy. A filthy thing to say. Oh, honey, he could say much more filthy things. It's a damn miracle any of them work at all. How much they get for free. They get fired? The state takes care of that. They're hurt? The state covers it. No job to start with? The state. The state will go to the goddamn moons for its precious Gabrians. Can you believe it? People are starving here, and that's the kind of fucking bullshit that... I wince and raise my shoulders a little. Oh. Sorry. It's okay. I don't really take any offense to swear words or rude language, but my dad was never terribly fond of them, and I've grown unused to their bite. The harsher ones, anyways. It's a bit shocking to hear one in that tone. Oh, there's a new codex. I'm gonna look at the codex. Because I find this really interesting. Okay, so Gabria. Alrighty, that's not much to read. Gabria is a major society on Sol. It is one of the 3 most significant societies on said world, marked by extreme wealth and influence. It is... Excuse me. It is the richest society on Sol and has connections with nearly all other Sol societies. Sol societies. Gabria is currently a patriarchal monarchy with socialist learnings, government funded, health, education, welfare, etc. The majority of mediations on Sol have dealt with the society. Gabrians began as a nomadic trading people, quickly establishing a reputation for their amiability and good dealings. Trust was heavily placed in them for their reliability, and they often ended up playing intermediary between several budding nations on their home continent. Eventually, seeing the value of the messages they were charged to carry between countries, they began trading information. Their mobility, connections, mercenary escort, and knowledge of secrets protected them from assaults, and soon, the nomads became rather notorious. At the same point in time, they founded a Gabrian nation along the coast of their continent. From their new settlements, they amassed a military and turned to imperialistic goals. It did not take them long to have much of the world under their influence, with colonies on every continent and a grasp on the most countries. Gabria is largely responsible for the technological advancement of Sol. I don't know why they explain that means souls. I don't know why they just don't use soul. They use it down there. They keep using it. Anyways. Their ingenuity and cleverness mixed with opportunism has pushed scientific discovery along much faster than the average system. They have managed to develop and act upon nuclear theory, powering nuclear... I don't like where this is going. Powering their society and old colonies with rudimentary, somewhat experimental nuclear fusion reactors. Nuclear fusion reactors! God damn it! I already dealt with a game and nuclear fusion reactors, and damn it all. Their latest project has been the construction of artificial islands on Sol's oceans. Currently, Gabriel remains at the top of Sol society. While it has granted technical freedom to all of its colonies, it seems that they are still leashed in some way or another to their mother country. Okay, alright. I just assume we're gonna deal with nuclear bullshit. Because it just seems, learning to manage chaos. There was mention of a revolt, or at least them trying to keep one from happening. I decide to look back at the television, feeling embarrassed on David's behalf for reasons beyond my immediate comprehension. The airs of the same sport for all 4 seconds before cutting off. Oh, it airs the same sport for all 4 seconds before cutting off. When the picture returns, a twisting, intricate crest, a duck flying over a sword and pickaxe, looks like, appears on the screen, sitting against a noble blue. Could this be a team logo? And address the audience with the coach or captain? Ooh, I want to see. I lean back a few feet from the counter until I'm supporting myself with only my fingers and mostly with the stool's 2 hind legs. Honestly, the warmth of the beer has not completely dissipated. You're going to fall. Do I have the option to make her fall? David, what is that? Holy George, turn it up! The person who was wiping glasses behind the counter raises his eyebrows slightly, and then reaches listlessly for the remote. When it is in his hands, he turns and gives the television a tired glance. The crest on the screen wakes his eyes immediately, and he is soon mashing up the volume. I hear David shifting at my right, and it sounds as though he is turning in the direction of Cyrus and the other man. Clark, get over here! Oh, so that man's name is Clark. Clark and Cyrus look at David strangely, and then strangely look at one another, and then they begin rushing over. I find their antics confusing and unwarranted. What is the big deal over this? Aw, it's cute. I like the duck. In a few moments, the whole gaggle of men surrounds the television. Even the waiter has stopped cleaning tables to watch. I know that sports are popular and all, but isn't this a bit much, isn't it? This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Please pay close attention to the following message. Oh. The message will begin in 40 seconds. This is an emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Please pay close attention to the following message. This message will begin in 30 seconds. I'm glad I didn't keep doing that. Excuse me. Goodness, this is it, isn't it? It. The thing. The problem. Oh no. No. I'm not ready for this. Cleaning up garbage is one thing. This is completely another thing. And I don't even know what exactly. I search Cyrus's lifeless eyes for something to comfort my spirits, and I find nothing, but I find nothing in his empty eyes, and do not know why I bothered at all. His face is indiscernible as ever, aside from the serious brow and lip, of course. The message will begin in 10 seconds. Crap. The message will now play. Ooh. The crest vanishes, revealing a man in a suit at a desk. A dapper brown suit and a large brown desk. I imagine he must be important, as the crest from before is quite brazenly carved into the wood in his furniture. As for the man himself, he looks older than Cyrus, which is ancient at worst. Excuse me. Okay, anyways, where was I? He looks older than Cyrus, which is ancient at worst, and age 60 at least. He looks very tired. His face is worn, and his expression does nothing for the mood. He does have some fake-looking hair, though. That's pretty funny. I almost have a small chuckle, but given the severe expressions of my company, I decided it would be best to stifle it. Brighton. Brighton, we have endured. As a people, as a country, as a workforce, we have endured these past 120 years. Surely you are all very, very tired. I, my people, my friends, am very, very tired. The word sobering meant little to me before this, but I completely understand it at this moment. The way this man carries himself, his speech, and his dour voice have all combined to chill the warmth in my head. I set my stool back down and have an actual seat. Looking up at the monitor with certain intensity, this man has me engaged. I am tired of the media, portraying our common man the fool, an ignorant sort all too glad to do the deeds of his betters. Tired of these foreign companies, providing us work and wages that we will celebrate for only pennies more. Tired of hearing my people say in passing an enormous normalcy, "No, I do not know if we will eat today, perhaps tomorrow." Brighton, I am tired of our masters. I am so tired. People of Brighton, we have grown to so used to freedom, we've forgotten that we are not free. This chair and this desk, this stage of an office on which I play my part, is evidence to that. I offer a serious and composed look to Cyrus. If I'm understanding correctly, and I can't say I'm one for understanding much of anything on this world, it seems that this leader here is not as much of a leader as he might like. Which, frankly, I don't quite get. The way leadership works back home, at least on the large scale, is that severely, especially intelligent and reasonable people rule over us all. The idea of power not being not enough or being fanged is complicated to me. Like, what's the point? Why the show? I'd like to ask Cyrus about it, but he isn't returning my gaze and instead remains focused on the television. I suppose I'll just have to keep listening. But I am not here to tell you the troubles of our state. I'm here to tell you the glory of our fathers. I am here to confirm the quiet whispers through the alleys and the worried murmurs of Gabrian elite. Pardon? Consider this a threat. People of Gabria, you have 4 hours to comply with my demands, or a nuclear weapon will be launched at your country. What did I say? What did I say about dealing with nuclear shit? Nah, it can't be good. It's not! Winner, come here for a minute. I rise and step over to my mentor, feeling surprisingly clear-headed and befuddled all at once. He takes me from the counter, leaving the 3 gentlemen to discuss whatever it is exactly the man on the television just brought up. A nuclear weapon? The hell is that? What does Barnaby think he's doing? I can't believe he really did it. What kind of place does he think this is? Sir, could you please break down what just happened? I'm kind of lost here. Winter! I know you've only just arrived, but did you look at the files you were given at all? Yeah, I did. I did! Have you been paying attention to anything out here? I have! You have? You have? Then explain who that man is. Explain anything. Don't put me on the spot like that. The leader of frightened, sir. President Barnaby, he's angry about Gabriel. I'm not an idiot. Gracious, why can't I articulate or explain it any better? I just wanted to clarify some things because I'm shadowing you. Sorry, I reacted out of impulse. I forgot how unprepared life in our world can leave us for these things. His tone shook me up quite a bit. I'm shivering a little. I was going to lie and say I understand, but I'm having a lot of trouble speaking right now. I want to go home. Winter, you may not have realized the severity of the situation, but this isn't going to be community service like your first assignment. I know that. Hey, eyes up, Harrison. Allow me to be frank. Brace yourself, because there may be a lot of dying happening soon. Dying? But... I'm shocked, honestly. I figured those rumors I heard from Clark were only that. Hold it. Death? I just thought... As far as we knew, this world hadn't even developed nuclear weapons yet. What did I think? He said weapon. Am I daft? Yes! God, you are so daft. I've never played a more ignorant character before. Though with their strides in utilizing nuclear fusion for electricity, I suppose it was only a matter of time. People are going to die? It's people dying. Just slow down for a second. I suppose that's what comes with our job. Not everything can be in the dossiers, right? We smooth out the creases to bring chaos to order. Slow it down. Calm down. Though sudden wars really are rare. War? My mind starts to tumble and my heart tries to explode from my chest. I definitely can't handle this. War isn't something I'm supposed to take care of. Shut up. Don't excite the locals. I cover my mouth and raise my shoulders. Of course they're looking for war. You can't believe people are dying is just a commonality. Do you even think properly? I'm finding it incredibly hard to do anything properly right now. Shaking, I turn to see the people at the counter. They thankfully are still engrossed in the president's speech. I look back at Cyrus and speak softly through my fingers. Shouldn't I go home? Yeah. Oh. This was supposed to be something like diplomacy. Goes to show you how important it is to get a look at the situation yourself. Anyway, if what I heard was right, we don't have the time to get you out of here without causing a scene. As you should know, interplanar shifts take longer to prepare than just moving from place to place. But I'll protect you no matter what happens, Winter, and you have to know how to escape if you really must. Yes. I don't know if I want to do that anymore, though, if he's talking about maybe dying. Of course, we don't have a lot of time in general. His demands I couldn't care less about, but this deadline... 4 hours. Excuse me. Consider this a powerful lesson and come with me. We proceed to exit the bar without saying goodbye. It seems it is time to go to work. It is too bad that I'm terrified. Yay! Do I start the game now? Do I get to start choosing, like, deciding shit? I want to decide on something. Come on. We take to the streets at a quick pace, Cyrus leading to wherever. I find it difficult to keep up with him, though. And in more ways than one, my head is still swimming from the mention of war. What level is the war, do you think? You mean what level do you think it'll be? It hasn't happened. With any luck, it won't. Luck? I'm thinking it could be I'm thinking it could be something like a 4 on the scale. 4? 4? Oh gracious. 4 is 1 away from 5 and 2 from 6, which is terrible. 6 is very, very terrible. The worst. Even 4, though. A war without rules? That must be particularly gross. It is a very disturbing prospect. So disturbing that I grabbed my hair and almost shut my eyes. What exactly is this? What will happen? Test. What do you think? Is it really time for tests? Be appreciative that I'm even doing this work, Winter. He seems so much more angry than before. How irksome. How irksome! Oh my god. Alrighty. So I'm gonna end this chapter here. There is a surprising amount of just talking going on, me just reading. I like story games, but I mean, I also like to interact with games too, so you know how that goes. I'm gonna end this chapter here though. I'm gonna leave them wandering constantly through this city, and then I will catch you next time. Bye friends.